inside is a picture order form. So on Tuesdays, we take pictures. And then inside here is going to be that form that you can see on the screen. It's a little hard to see, but there's different options in there. So you can see the top 3 say paid on them. That means that they got the camper memory packet. So they already paid money at registration. They get their t-shirt, they get their photos, they get everything that you can get on here. The camp picture, the cabin picture, the QR code. So you don't even have to ask them, do you want a photo? They're already getting it. You don't have to get money from them. It's awesome. Don't do anything if it says paid. It's all good. But then you've got the 5 others down here who didn't already order it. So you're going to want to ask them, okay, do you want a cabin picture? It's $3. Do you want a camp picture? That's $5. Do you want a QR code? That'll have the camp video and then a bunch of pictures that we take throughout the week. That's $5. So what you're going to do is you're going to circle one of those options. The X means that they do not want that picture. Okay, so just circle an X for each one if they don't want any of that. They can pay for it 2 ways. So if they want it, they can pay for it with cash, which is the little $sign, and then in the middle is Wilds Pay. So if they want to pay for it with their wristband, hopefully they have money on their wristband. We'll check that soon enough. But just circle, okay, they don't have cash or anything, but they have money on their wristband, so circle that. Make sure they do, ask them, do you have money on your wristband? And then circle that, and then I will get it at the office, and I will check off, okay, I'll take that money off. And then if they circle the little cash one, then you actually need to put that cash in the envelope. Yes? If they don't, no picture. So I should see something in every box, unless it says paid, then we just ignore that. But it's helpful just to clarify. Sometimes there's little marks, and I'm not sure what that means. And then if you want to do the little math at the end and how much money should be in your folder, you're not adding up the Wilds Pay money, you're just adding up how much cash is in your folder. Now, oftentimes, a lot of counselors love to have that picture, the cabin picture. You will get it on a QR code. You'll get your cabin picture if you want to put it in your SOP letter, that kind of thing. But if you just, I love printing and having my little pictures of all my cabins. If you want to do that, you can put your name on it. We do charge you, but we're gonna charge you at cost. So if you want your cabin picture, put your name, and I'll take it off your Wilds Pay. I forget how much it costs. Malia, do you know? Okay, we'll have to check. It's probably different than it was. It's not a ton of money, but if you want that and you want to mark Wilds Pay or you want to put cash in there, we can order you a cabin photo as well. Does that make sense? So you'll all get
just make sure there's money on your Wilds Pay band.
Right. Well, I have a little list of people that I'll come find. Okay, so pictures taken on Tuesday. Make sure that you come get these. We'll be out at the flagpole trying to hunt you down to give you this while you're getting pictures taken, and then you can just fill it out as soon as you can. And then you can just turn it right back in after that. Okay, so we try to get them right away. So when pictures are done, you've already got it. So you might want to think ahead and tell the campers, okay, do you have cash? Bring that. And let me know if you have questions with that. I think I already talked about all of that. Okay, any questions with that? If you can write as neatly as possible, that would be awesome. All right. Okay, camper scholarships. This is such an exciting thing that we get to do at camp. We have people who willingly donate money to allow kids to come to camp. We have a couple programs. The 419 program allows kids to do a devotional study online. Joe runs all of that, and then we give them money for camp. And then the other scholarship we have is for unchurched kids. So if you even know any kids, they're not in church, they're just in New England or wherever, an unsaved kid, we can actually give them a full scholarship. So get in touch with us if you know of someone in that situation. What we do like to do is on, I think it's Thursday morning breakfast, we'll call their name and your name, and we'll all meet by the flagpole, and Joe will chat with them for a little bit and explain. We're going to have each of them write a thank you note. So they'll write the thank you note, and then you'll turn it in at the office sooner or later that week. This is one I just think is really sweet. Dear Mr. and Mrs., I want to thank you for giving me a scholarship to the Wilds. I'm having an awesome week, and this week I got saved from my sins, and the games and everything is super fun. Okay, that's a good note. They don't have to get saved, okay? But whatever, just something beneficial maybe. The service was helpful. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this activity. Some of them could use a little more coaching than others, and do the best you can with it, okay? Junior week is maybe a little rough, but sometimes there's really sweet ones in there. Yes, scholarship requests do go through Joe, so if you have them, don't just go promising them to everyone, but talk to us and we'll see if we can work that out. And then if you can turn those in for sure by the end of the week. So ideally Thursday, but Friday is fine as well, and then Saturday I send those along. Okay, handoff slips. We're going to talk about this in a future session, but just on the office side of things, as you fill these out, again, off staff, you're going to be counseling as well. So when you hand these out in the barn or even just during free time, you're having conversations, When you fill this out, just write neatly. That's really helpful. Have them fill out as much information as possible. Oftentimes that gets overlooked, and so it really helps us out because we're going to try and hand them off to their sponsor. And again, I'm going to go over the details more in a different session. But program staff will be collecting these after the services. If your camper makes a decision during free time, please stop by the office and fill one out or turn in the slip so that you can have a record of that too. So again, we'll talk more about that later, but that's just a visual of that. And again, as many details as you can put in there is very helpful. One more. So sorry. Okay, SPP. All of you should know what that is at this point, hopefully. You have some partners that are supporting you both financially and through prayer. And so Megan Dale's going to be here. She's getting in late tonight. And then she can collect money and do all the things with that. But this is our SPP notebook. So we want you to reach out to your partner once a week, all right? And you are going to write them a little update of how your week is going. Again, it doesn't have to be as long as the one on here, okay? But we are looking for something more than just a text, okay? So you can make a phone call and tell them about your week. You can send them an email. You could do snail mail. If you want to email me your letter, I can print it on letterhead. I can send it. We'll take care of postage for that. So anyway, if you see them face to face, they're in town or something and they come visit, that's fine. You can count that. So basically, on Monday, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I should just be reading this, but this binder will be up in the staff lounge on that table there, and then you can go there after cleanup on Saturday. You can write your letter anytime, and then before staff meeting on Monday, you'll want to have your name checked off. So you check off each one of your partners, and that check mark is confirming, okay, I reached out to them and I told them about my week. I let them know how they could pray. Feel free to add pictures in your letter and things like that, but do be careful, like with information. Don't ever put a name of a camper. Try not to give overly specifics about counseling situations. I mean, it's a small world, you know. Someone might know who's connected with someone in your cabin, and so that's really not the purpose of this. But you can give general requests, especially how the Lord is working in your heart, how they can continue to pray for you. That would be great. And you will do your first one actually after this week. So let your partner know how staff training went. Let them know how they can be praying for you going into week 1. And then don't forget to check this off. Okay?
So sometimes we do have campers that leave early. Sometimes it's for family vacation, family wedding, family emergency. There's all sorts of reasons. But when they are leaving early, there's a few things. The office needs to know. We're the ones that coordinate. A lot of times we'll be the ones to let you know, hey, you do have a camper leaving early, but just confirm. I don't mind double communication is better than no communication. So also Steve or Joe needs to be there when they leave. So don't just say, oh, they're here, they can go. Nope. Connect them with Steve and Joe. Usually Steve or Joe will be around, be like, okay, we need to be here at this time. But just communication. Your part, they need to be packed on time. If parents show up and they haven't packed a thing, that just shows that we're unprepared, and that's not the form of excellence that we're going for. That's excellent at procrastinating. Please don't. So just remember, you get them packed, and then if their stuff's out by the flagpole, if it's raining, please don't leave it by the flagpole. Put it inside the Campbell building, and that will be a great spot. Lost and found. Okay, there are a lot of lost and found things, especially junior week. They can't even find their pencil. They can't even find their toothbrush. They can't find anything. But that means when they're packing up, they can't find any of it to take with them either. So if you can help them on Saturdays or even Friday night, getting that ready to go, that's great. And then if there are lost and found items, it's not finders keepers, okay? During the week, there is a bin down by under the Cool Beans porch, and those items go there, like your generic sweatshirts, random books, various things. If it's a more significant item, value, cash, Wilds Pay Band, bring those to the office. They're not going to go looking for them under the Cool Beans porch if it's worth, more than $5. So bring those to the office, and we'll hang on to those. Okay, Saturday morning, get rid of everything left behind in your cabin. But please don't just dump in the trash can. Even if it might not seem significant to you, it might hold significance to them. Last year, I held on to what looked like the most mutilated stuffy ever but it had major significance for this child. I think we even ended up shipping it to North Carolina because that's where they were. So even if it's toiletries, hang on to it, because particularly for girls, sometimes that shampoo and conditioner, they spend a lot of money on that. And mom and dad are like, what, you just threw that out? Please don't. Because then I have the phone call with mom being really frustrated. Okay, and also, if they've lost it, don't promise them you'll find it. Maybe say, I'll do my best to find it, but please don't promise that you'll find it. And if we end up finding it and end up shipping it back, the parents do pay the cost for shipping to get that back to them.
Okay, and with that, make sure you're bringing the stuff to the office. I think
Yes,
maybe
sorry.
that don't like store it in your cabin, bring it to the office, and that's where we will have it when the parents call. Also, we have a lot of resources available upstairs. Again, I think they've talked about that in other sessions, but feel free if we're out of resources or something, come talk to Sheridan or I, and we can make some more copies of that. All right, the office knows all, okay? This is not actually true, but we would love it if it could be true. So anyway, if you have guests coming or anything that's out of the usual that would affect camp, maybe you talk to Cassie or Joe about it, that's awesome. If you could come tell the office about it as well, that would be great. They've got a lot of details, but they're good to approve different things. But when it comes to actually being prepared for, extra guests for a meal or this or that, please let us know.
Then we don't look like a deer in the headlights when they show up
Right.
and they're like, oh, I'm here for this. Really? You're here for what?
Yes. Okay, so now we're going to see if you know all. So, okay, we're going to take a little quiz, but I just am going to take some representatives, all right? So a total of 9 people. So I need 3 blue team people. Okay, who are my 3 blue team people? It's going to be a Kahoot. Okay. All right, 3 blue team volunteers for a Kahoot. Okay, 1, 2, and he can't. 1 more. It's fine. There's candy on the line. Okay, yes, you can be the third person. Okay, 3 red team volunteers. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then 3 op staff volunteers. 1. Anyone else? Yes, Josh. And 1 more? Anyone? I mean, whoever wins gets this for their whole group of people. So there's chocolate online. Yes, okay. All right, so go ahead. If you are one of the representatives, go ahead and log in as soon as it lets you. So we'll get our folks on there. And if you are in that group and you want to help out the person nearby with some answers, you can feel free to help them out.
Don't give wrong answers to the other team, though. That's going to, drill the wrong thing into their head. Thank you for specifying, Bethany. We appreciate which one it is.
Okay,
Lacey,
we got
your
4.
6th grade teacher taught you how to capitalize. Hey, she's been calling me out on stuff.
That's true. Okay, we've got 3, 4, 5 of the 9. I'm going to give it another 15 seconds.
Let's go, Titus.
Awesome.
I'm just
Okay,
that guy.
we're going to go ahead and start. Okay, whoever wins your whole little department, your team, or your op staff crew, we've got her team for you, okay? All right, first question. All right, you need to report that you contacted your SPP partner at the end of the summer, directly to Steve Stodola, before each Monday of staff meeting. Great job. Excellent.
Excellent.
All right, Jason,
Ooh.
leading the crew. All right, Monday is... Great job. All right, Monday. Okay.
What?
Okay. Alrighty. Next question. Question 3. Paid on your picture order form indicates. All right. Okay. A little less clarity there.
Details,
okay,
people.
All of those things, right? Okay, they don't need to give you money. They need to get their shirt because they got the camper memory packet. And yeah, they got the camper memory packet. Okay, sorry, that was a little bit tricky. All right, we got Carly at the top. Parents may go into the cabin area. Challenging one here.
All right, who's the one that hasn't answered yet? Too late.
Okay. Great job.
Good job.
Oh, okay. Got a solid lead there. Number
Only by
5.
59 points, though.
If a camper is leaving early. Perfect.
Good job. Way to be better. Oh,
True
fast
or
fingers.
false? I can request someone to be in a cabin as long as I do it a week in advance. Yes, we do. We want you to be able to make
What?
those requests, okay? Nope. Okay. If a camper left some belongings behind in the cabin.
No, do not cause campers to cry. Who said that?
Rough.
What should you actually do with it, though?
What does that even mean? Okay.
That's quadruple six.
All right. Last question.
We are most happy when you bring us coffee.
Office is happy too.
Shameless plug. Got no shame in that.
Very, very good. And we really are. We're happy to help you in any way
Yes.
we can. And our winner of the chocolate, so your whole little department can swarm you as soon as we are done. Also, let's give a hand for that guy. And Lacey.
Nice, nice.
And let's give her a all right, that's all we got, folks.
Was that not amazing? Can you just say thank you? That was very impressive, actually. So, excellence is found in the details, and you can tell there's a lot of details, and I hope you caught most of those because you can be a great help to our office people, and they are great, so we love them a lot. Now, according to the clock, I still have 10 minutes and 16 seconds. But we're just going to be done. Are you done? Grace isn't done. Okay. She's having fun. So we're going to pick up tomorrow. Tomorrow's a very special procedures. In fact, we have another guest speaker tomorrow. It's a mystery guest speaker that most of you probably haven't even met yet. So say, oh. Say, ooh. Say, ah. So, you guys are nuts. Love it. All right. So you have choir, I believe, at 3:45. So go do something. Go do something. Stand up. Go do something. Warm your vocal folds up. Just, yes. Do some falsetto or something like that. Way to go, Curly. Good job. Yeah, man. Good name for you.